Neurons communicate through an electrochemical process. In this process, we will be walking you through the parts of the neuron which makes this communication possible. The soma is the main part, which contains the nucleus. As the neuron wants to send messages, the axon is the best tool to do so. The axon conducts electrical impulses to send the messages, in which the axon terminals are utilized. As these messages are being sent, the axon is insulated by the myelin sheath, which speeds up the process.
As these messages are being sent through the synapses, they are created by the neurotransmitters. As they are being received by another neuron, they head towards the dendrites, which are fibers that receive information. On the dendrites, therefore, receptor sites, which listen to the messages and transmit them.
The first step in the nerve impulse process is when the dendrites, which are here, have a threshold, which is the level of stimulation required to trigger a neural impulse. This is the first step of the action potential. The second step of the nerve impulse process is the action potential. When the dendrites have received their impulses, an impulse is stimulated through a brief electrical charge or heat or pressure or light. The charge travels down the axon and is generated by the movement of atoms in and out of channels in the axon membrane. The third step in the nerve impulse process is depolarization. Depolarization starts here at the beginning of the axon, when the first axon opens its quote-unquote gate, when positive sodium ions flood through the membrane. The sodium ions rush into the axon link and push out the lesser positively charged Ks or potassium ions.
Repolarization is the change in membrane potential that returns it to a negative value after the depolarization phase has changed the membrane potential to a positive value. Resting potential refers to the polarization of cellular fluid within a neuron that provides potential to produce an action. Meanwhile, when there is all or nothing potential, a reaction either fires or doesn't fire. In other words, there will be a full response or no response for a neuron. Reuptake is the reabsorption of a neurotransmitter by a neurotransmitter transporter located along the plasma membrane of an axon terminal.